What is up, my crypto legends? What a pump we had on Bitcoin in between yesterday and today. Have we broken down trend structure? This is the question. Are we going to continue to the upside now and we start creating higher lows? Have we created a double bottom here looking at the larger time frames? We're going to analyze the situation here for Bitcoin to see what could happen in the next coming days and weeks. We have the DXY losing a major support level. We're going to analyze that too. Make sure to destroy the like button, guys, on your way in. I'm going to go quickly through the comment section. Then we're going to take a look at this scenario. You've probably seen this all around YouTube, different analysts. Is this a descending wedge? And we have broken resistance. We have broken the last lower high over here, round about $20,000. And is it time to create higher lows at this moment? And we are double bottoming out here, not even retesting the lows. Guys, one thing is curious here is the bottom in? Remember, we were talking about the pi cycle bottom indicator around July, okay? July was saying that, you know, the pi cycle indicator was crossing, guys, remember? Now, a lot of people didn't have confidence in the pi cycle top indicator, which was exactly around April, and it was signaling the top. We had the massive crash in May. Also, we've seen the tops back in the bottom, here back in 2018, 2015. Is it possible? Is it possible that the bottom is in for Bitcoin? Let me know, guys. I want to ask the community first before actually going through the comment section, and then we're going to go and analyze Bitcoin in the shorter time frames. All right, 1 second. Let me just ask here. Is the Bitcoin bottom in according to pi cycle indicator? Guys, let me know in the comment section. Is the bottom in? Is the Bitcoin bottom in according to the pi cycle indicator? Let me know right away, guys, in the poll, and I'm going to go quickly through the comment section to say hello to the community, and then we'll analyze Bitcoin, guys. Analyze this scenario. Is it possible that we are double bottoming out here and we're going to start rallying in the next coming weeks? We're going to talk about volume. We're going to talk about this major breakout. We're also going to talk about the major resistance. I am actually in a short position at this moment, okay? We can go through that right away. Why am I in a short position right now? Why didn't I short here? Why didn't I short here? Why didn't I short here? Of course, we do not want to short the big massive pump that we're having. We want to wait for a reaction, and we want to have the tightest stop loss that we can have, all right? So we do not lose much money. So yeah, like I said, we are getting a reaction. This is looking at the 1 hourly. We are getting a reaction at this level. I want to go through the comment section, guys, but there's so much stuff to take a look at here. Different levels, all right? This is a major weekly level. It was a very strong support level here in August. As you can see on the 15-minute, we can go to the 1 hourly chart here. Big support back in July. Big support back in August, as you can see right there. We are hitting that level. We are getting a reaction, okay? We need to pay attention on this kind of volatility. We're having a little bit of a retracement here, a little bit of a kind of a swing failure on the 15-minute chart. I do think that we are poised for a major correction, but can we get that bounce? Can we create a higher low? All right, and this is what we want to look for, okay? We want to take a look at the highest probability scenarios, an ABC correction. Is the volume sufficient? Do we have, pretty nice volume? Well, what I do like right over here is that we do have some okay volume. It's not insane volume. I would have liked to see a little bit of more volume here, but there is more volume, all right, from the last couple of days. There is a possibility that we could get a bounce here in between 19.8 and $20,000 if we were to have that massive correction. We can talk about those levels. We can talk about the scenarios in just 1 second, guys. Okay, I have asked the community right now, over 100 votes. Is the Bitcoin bottom in according to the price cycle indicator that we had in July? We have 64% of people saying no. Okay, so we do have people, this has just been a massive short squeeze, which is very, very possible, all right? A lot of people shorting, aggressively shorting, okay? I didn't enter a swing short yesterday. We talked about this on the live stream. I was going to potentially look for shorts at higher levels, but this right over here happened, at 5 o'clock, in the morning, Central European time. I was asleep. I wasn't, but very likely I wouldn't have shorted any of this because this is just a big, huge, massive, pump. This is like catching a falling knife. You don't want to catch, to short a massive, big pump. So we want to start shorting once we get a reaction at a certain level. And if you can see it right over here, right? We'd have a massive, massive big pump. We know that we are hitting a certain level here. It has been a big support back in August if we go to the 1 hourly chart. So the most, the common sense would be shorting at a major resistance level once you're getting a reaction, okay? So especially when you see this kind of price action, if you go to the 15-minute chart, if you go to the 5-minute chart, all right, zoom in a little bit, look how we are reacting to this level. Something is going on here. We are losing power. Volume is going down. This is the moment you want to potentially pull the trigger with a tight stop loss. This is exactly what I did, okay? Just about half an hour ago here. I'm trading this on Bybit, having my position protected, looking at that wick, seeing the wick coming down after this exhaustion, bang, jumping into a trade. I wouldn't have shorted here anyway. I wouldn't have shorted here on this this pump, guys, okay? Just to be pretty clear, even though the context is bearish, if you start pumping like crazy like we did here very early Central European time, let the price action do what it needs to do. Once you start getting a consolidation or a reaction to certain level, then you can look for, that reversal scenario, guys. Really, it's all about being patient. It's all about letting the price action do what it needs to do and waiting for that reaction at a certain level. That is it. We are getting the reaction right now. We had one more last week. I did feel like shorting just before that big wick that we did have here. If we do see the 5-minute chart, I did feel like shorting here at this range. I think it was too soon. We could potentially see another little bit of momentum. We could see another one right now. This is why I'm protected. I am waiting to see how the next price action to the upside can be. But overall, we are seeing, this massive rejection. We are seeing high volume at the top of a rejection. So I do think, we are poised for a correction here at some point. I would be very surprised if we suddenly break above. This can happen. But it's all looking about probabilities and protecting your capital, having tight stop losses, all right? So you can jump in another trade as soon as we You know, as soon as it's, invalidation point here, would we be getting above the wick? But if we do get another rejection at the wick, okay, you will have time to enter another short. So this is the thing. A lot of people want to enter early shorts at this level while we're seeing this reaction. So you could get that another wick to the upside. But as long as you have a tight stop loss, you can get back in a trade if you do have that next swing failure pattern, all right? You know, that failed breakout. So that's what we're looking for here to correct. I think at least we're going to correct round about the 20,400. I'm looking to target and take profits at that range. So let's see what happens here with Bitcoin. We can go through why I think we're going to hit that level. Of course, it's a daily level that got absolutely crushed here on the pump early this morning. I mean, look at this candlestick. It was absolutely crazy. Bang. So we absolutely destroyed this daily level here where we did have these daily closes above this major zone that we were trading in the last week of August, the first week of September. Right there. I think this is a level that we could potentially hit the $20,300 range in a correction here before maybe continuing to the upside, guys. So yeah. We got 61. This is pretty curious. I'm just going to go through the comment section right now. But on the poll, I can see, whoops, I got my, there we go. We have over 200 votes, and we can see that 60% of people say no, the bottom is not in for Bitcoin. 40% of people say yes. So there are some people that think that the Bitcoin bottom is in. 60% of people say no. So you know what, you know the deal. Most of the people are wrong. So for the moment, we have more people saying that no, the Bitcoin bottom is not in, that it will be going to 12K potentially, at least 15K, 12K, 10K. So yeah, let's see. Andy, all in on BTC. I gotta say, I got here Eyes of Lazar. I got Joseph. Thanks, my man, for joining. Joseph, Scotty. Who else is here? Racing Pixel here. I got Joseph and Scotty. Thanks, guys, for joining the live stream. No fake pump before we dump again, says Lariska. BTC to 30K easily in October, says Infano. So we've got a lot of people bullish and bearish in the comment section. Some people are bullish, saying 30K. Some people are saying, no, this is a fake pump, like Larissa. So yeah, maybe. Let's see if we dump. Let's see if we drop. But I gotta say, I FOMO'd in buying some Bitcoin today. I just bought 0.6 Bitcoin with the pump. I kind of FOMO'd into buying some Bitcoin at these levels, worrying if we're not going to drop below $20,000, I'm going to have a bunch of USDT there sitting around and we're going to 30K. I mean, this does happen. I mean, these price levels are absolutely brilliant. If 15K comes or 10K, even better. But come on, guys. I mean, I like buying Bitcoin at 20K levels, so I FOMO'd in a little bit here on my BTC holdings, but just a little bit. I'm going to save quite a big bunch of USDT just in case we do have a long winter, right? Good morning, Andy Sir Azed. How are you doing? Hi, Andy. BTC to 30K and Ethereum to 2,300. Wow, absolutely phenomenal. Can this happen? It can happen. We've just seen Bitcoin pumping at this moment a little bit. Let's see how we have this pump. Can it pump to the 618 range of this drop over here? If so, I will probably get stopped out at break even and probably re-enter another trade to see how we're going to react here at the 618. I'm in this trade right now. It was a pretty good entry here just after this massive big wick to the downside. If it continues pumping, we are going to see live here how are we going to react to this resistance zone, okay? Let's see how we react on this pump. If we start getting like a small consolidation here, a quick little reaction, even better. You know, you have here a really nice potential entry with a tight stop loss for a potential nice trade. We are looking, remember, for that 3-to-1 trade, right? We want to risk this to gain at, something like this, 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 kind of trade. So let's see if we do get another opportunity here. If I do get stopped out here, I will be entering live here depending on how we react here on this pump. And this is what I'm, really This is what I really want to do, show you those trade scenarios, show how I trade, show how I protect my position, where's my stop loss, which levels am I aiming for here on Bitcoin, and nothing better in a live stream if this does happen. Bullish midterm, BTC double bottom. Yeah, absolutely. This is the thing. We do see kind of a double bottom scenario here on Bitcoin. All right, there's this descending wedge, something that I did not talk about. I've seen some other, analysts and YouTubers talk about this, but we did talk about, a potential double bottom scenario, right? Are we not going to manage to break this low range here of $18,000, and are we going to double bottom out? This means potentially that we are going to retest $25,000, which would be the kind of the neckline here. Are we going to manage to pump all the way up there? This is very, very interesting to see. Anyway, let's go. Andy, gorgeous guy, Australia. Lovely company, bro. You got the 6 cents, man. Happy Friday. Thank you very much, my man, Gustavo. Relief says, I'm hoping you're right, Larissa, and this is just a fake pump. I shorted more than I should have. Yeah, getting too small positions. This is the thing. Some people must have longed, potentially. I know some people have longed this low range. I was looking for shorts, but like I said, I'm not looking for shorts till we have a reaction on the market, right? We are waiting for this reaction. This is a consolidation right there, getting a big resistance zone. We could have a pullback, and depending on how we react at lower levels, I am aiming for that 20,300, 20,400, which potentially can get a reaction and get a small little pump, and maybe an ABC correction going down here to the point of control range at $20,000 or $19,800 range. If this does happen, remember guys, we're looking at volume trade scenarios. If this big correction happens, it probably won't. We might consolidate here a little bit, have a small retracement, and then have a big pump. But if we start ABC correction here with a very, very low amount of volume into this consolidation range where we have this big volume candlestick to the downside and the point of control from the volume traded the last couple of weeks, it's going to be looking good for continuation. We are maybe going to create a higher low. It is very, very possible. How do I know this is going to happen, guys? Just by looking at the reaction, just by looking at the price action, by looking at the volume and the consolidations. We got a big, big resistance zone here. We've been range trading here for about a week or so, just over 10 days. So, we got, the high level that can be resistance. And we could, depending on how we react, get a bounce. This is a level of interest for me. If it does bounce and it bounces with low volume, all right, the volume is very high here on the pump. If we do get the pump and the volume goes lower, then potentially we are going to create an ABC correction. Okay. And this is why if I'm long in here, the $20,300 range, it's a big level where we have been range trading. If I do get the consolidation with low volume, I will be longing this all the way up, to the 618, at least from this potential drop correction that we could have. If we do hit that 618 and we start getting exhausted, having some choppy candles and creating and breaking an uptrend structure, I will be looking for that potential ABC scenario. Or depending on how we react at this range also, for me, it might be a good longing opportunity. Let's see if we do see those corrections. For the moment, it's looking quite bullish. We could just consolidate here, get a small correction, and then, blast off here to the upside in the next coming days, hours even. But I think this is enough for me for the potential short trade to see that exhaustion, guys. We're hitting a major resistance zone, which is a weekly level. Okay, if we go to the daily, it's a daily and a weekly level also. I've just put the weekly because weekly is more significant here. Big weekly level here. As you can see, closes went above it. Now we're below it. It is very likely that we are going to get a correction at some point. After this correction, are we going to manage to get support here from this consolidation range in between 19,800 and 20,200 approximately, you know, in between that range, the highs and the lows, to create a higher low here and continue to the upside. Is this going to happen, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Let me go quickly here to take a look. Hash ribbons indicator. I don't use any of that. Is it time to short now? I am personally in a short. I am protected from my short. We could get one more pump. Depending on how we're pumping, I am potentially going to get stopped out, but I'm going to be ready here to risk, you know, less than 1% or around about 1% on my capital to enter a quick trade here live, okay? Let's see if we do get that pump all the way up to 20.8, maybe 20.8.5, 28.5. If this does happen, I will be entering a potential short here live, okay? Why? Because this is what I can see in the market right now. Big resistance zone. Most important thing is protecting your position or losing a small amount. So if I were to get that stopped out here from my level right there, we can see the exhaustion at this weekly. I mean, we do have some, you know, this is bullish momentum. You are really fighting the trend, but we are looking for that exhaustion and we are looking for that larger correction. So, and it is a strong level of resistance. Like I just showed you, a big weekly zone. So let's see if we do get a little bit of pumpy action. The volume reading is phenomenal. You can see some kind of exhaustion right there as massive, you know, there are some volume divergence where you are creating massive higher highs and massive lower highs while you are creating higher highs. You got a kind of confirmation swing failure. This is looking at the 5 minute. We could get one last volatility. If you are entering shorts here, you want to protect position. You want to wait for that maybe next another wick to the upside to re-enter and have another tight stop loss. And then, you know, looking for that correction, right? Once we get that correction, I will potentially be looking for longs, depending on how we react at some certain levels. Andy, marry me, says Gonzos. You crazy man. No, Karan. Bearish on the 15 minute trending videos. It looks bearish on the 15 minute. I mean, this is the kind of thing that I want to see. Exhaustion. Some people might think, you know, no, this is going to be a bear flag and we're going to continue up. I mean, it could happen. Remember, no matter how much experience you have, every day is day one. The most important thing for me is getting into trades and protecting position, having small stop losses, all right? If your take profit and your stop loss is a 1-to-1 trade, or you're risking more for your take profit, at the end of the day, you will lose money like this. Monday morning, Andy and team. Mr. Pac-Man, how are you doing, my man? How are you? Andy, this question is worded wrong, mate. Because according to the PI, it's in. Oh yeah, this is very, very correct, Jacob. Yeah, according to the pi cycle, it is in. So I mean, it's your opinion basically. I just want your opinion. Is the bottom in because of the pi cycle indicator? I have 57% of people say no out of 374 votes. I got wrecked today and burned my account again, says Lionel. No, do not burn your account. I mean, this is the best way for learning. I burnt many accounts before in the past, and it's been a couple of years since I haven't burnt an account. But yeah, this is the thing. Risk management, I risk 1 to 3% on my capital. Very, very rarely it's going to be 5%. It's actually going to, you know, for the past year, I haven't risked more than 3%. And also having, you know, these tight stop losses. I got wrecked today and burned my account again, says Lionel. Hope you stay safe. Hope you learn because of this. You cannot burn an entire account. Hard to say if the bottom is in, but it's definitely going to pump from here, says Infound. Yeah, absolutely. This is the thing. We might see some pumpy action here in the next coming weeks and days because we kind of broken structure here a little bit. Downtrend structure has been broken. You could arguably discuss looking at the 12-hourly daily. We are hitting the lows right there. Double bottom, descending wedge. The probabilities here and actually having an uptrend structure is very, very high for the next coming weeks right now after this big massive pump breaking the last higher low. It is very, very possible. Let's see. Please tell Will do short trading now, says believe it or leave it. Well, like I said, this is short-term trading. I am looking for that correction because of this exhaustion and the, hitting this major weekly level. I think we are very potentially going to have that correction, okay? So after this big aggressive pump, especially after seeing this reaction, stay cautious. Best stop losses can be above this major wick. Now, once you see this price action, this is the thing of being patient. If you started correcting from here, then that's it. You lost a trade. But you wait for a, big, massive kind of wick, red volume. This is giving you higher probability exhaustion, right? This is the moment. And you will have time. You're probably going to come up to the 618 and have another attempt to go higher. Even better. This is what the kind of rollover that you're looking for. So, yeah, maybe it's going to pump a little bit more to 20,750, maybe 800. Let's see how that pump is going to be. Is it going to be very aggressive? And then we won't get in, of course, because it will just be pumping like crazy. But it's worth the shot to hit the 618 from this drop over here for that trade. We can see the exhaustion, guys. A major correction is likely to happen. It is very, very likely to happen. And this scenario is one very similar one that I did take last week. If we zoom out on the chart, where was the short position that I did take? Oh, it was this one right there. This was on the 2nd of September, just about 1 week ago, where we, if you take a look at the video live stream from the 2nd of September, this was a pretty nice trade. If we go to the 15-minute chart and zoom in here, this is a trade I did take on the 2nd of September, and it played out absolutely beautiful. It was in the end about a 6-7 to 1 risk to reward trade because we had a very aggressive drop. The reason why I entered this trade was because of this exhaustion that we had, was because we were at a very strong resistance level. Also, the value area high from the VPVR. We know that this is a big resistance zone, value area high right there. So once I did see that exhaustion, jumped into short. Where did I jump into that short? Well, if I go to the 5-minute chart, on the 2nd of September, it was right over here at the 618. Okay, it was 50% 618 from this drop over here. So I did like the exhaustion. And same scenario, we had volume divergence, higher highs in price action, lower highs on volume. As you can see, when you're breaking the highs here from this massive spike in volume and you're having these volume divergence, this is likely that it's getting exhausted. So you are looking for that next exhaustion, and this was a perfect trade. You can check out the video on the 2nd of September. It was a live stream, entering exactly here in between 50% and 618 from this high to the lows right there, entering right there at this level. Looking for that high probability drop on Bitcoin because of the bearish exhaustion right on the price action. This is not extremely bullish. You're not breaking highly and consolidating and breaking highs like this. You are getting exhausted here with volume divergence, and you are looking for that lower high at some point, 618, for that potential drop. And this is kind of very similar to what is happening right now for Bitcoin. Now, of course, you could get that big, massive, people can FOMO in. This is the thing right now. exhaustion is there. There is massive bearish divergence on the volume. So let's see how this pump is. If we are going to start having very low volume, I think it is worth the trade. It's very much worth that trade. I already jumped in here on this rejection at break even. Let's see how the price pumps and reacts at this level here at 20.8, potentially 20.75. Let's see if it does happen. 618, 50% is in between 20,800 and 20,850. So let's see. Volume is going low, very, very low on the pumpy action. High probability in getting a decent correction from this range, guys. Thanks for the excellent TA, says Nuno. You're very welcome. Please tell, will you do short trading now? I am in a short position at this moment. It is protected right there. Shorted this big wick that we did have. Okay, looking for that. As soon as we were correcting, jumped into a trade. Now what I showed you here is the scenario that we are potentially going to pump to the 50% 618 level, maybe at 20,800, 20,850. This could happen if it pumps with a low volume and it has a little bit of a wick kind of consolidation, looking at the low time frames. Remember, we're looking for a scalp day trade scenario here for that correction. It is potentially, I'm going to jump in again if I do get stopped out at break even. I'll be entering a better position because my idea here is having a tight stop loss above this big massive wick. So yeah, in that short, guys. Remember, if you are interested in trading on Bybit, you do get an insane bonus of up to $4,550. Once you sign up with a link in the description, you can get that bonus at the rewards hub. Okay. You have different tabs here, different windows and tabs to get all of those bonuses. Big thumbs up, Andy. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. We've got 600 people watching at this moment. Make sure to destroy the like button. Destroy it, guys, for this content. It only takes 2 seconds. Absolutely destroy it for this free content. All right, we're getting that pumpy action right now. Not too much volume. We're going to go to the lower time frames, 3-minute chart. This is the moment, guys, that we are, we could get a massive big blast off here. It could happen. But if we start pumping here with low volume, it is worth the short. If you have a tight stop loss, I would be very surprised at this moment if you do wick this level and have another one. Yeah, you don't create so many wicks here for a correction. Let's wait and see. I will be entering that short. Okay, most importantly, if it does get stopped out, it doesn't matter. We have a very, very, very tight stop loss. It will be a good risk to reward ratio, because if you start wicking above this range or maybe creating a lower high there, these lows over here, these higher lows are liquidity levels. All right, they are likely to get claimed at some point before we might continue back up. So let's see. Also, S&P 500, extremely important. We are getting, we are still in a very aggressive downtrend. We need to talk about S&P 500. S&P 500, if it does pump to the 4,100 points, that is my big level for potentially looking for shorts. Why, you may ask? If we take a look at volume profile, there's a massive big cluster here trading for the last 7-8 months on the VPVR. We are aggressive, creating lower highs here. If we start hitting that 618 level, it is likely that we are going to get that corrective move. Of course, today's Friday, stock market closes. I will be looking for shorts. This is likely gonna have a corrective move. If we take a look at DXY, it broke up the major support level. We were talking about this cup in handle. A little bit of too choppy action. Once we break a cup and handle, it is true that we want to see a big blast off. Okay, a nice momentum to the upside. You can see here from this breakout, we were having a lot of choppy action. Okay, slightly higher highs. This is exhaustion right there. So we finally had a corrective move, breaking here a little bit of uptrend structure here, higher lows. So it does look like, ascending wedge. We could correct more in the coming weeks. We're below this major resistance zone that had to hold as support for the cup and handle scenario, just like what happened here in June, right? In July, beginning of July, when we had the massive breakout. This breakout was very, very choppy. We were hitting resistance levels from the higher low support trend line. As you can see, it was in a kind of an ascending channel right there. Broke support, retesting it as resistance and getting that kind of exhaustion. So the DXY, parabolic move could get exhausted. Is probably going to get exhausted once we start losing momentum here. This is going to be a strong sign to accumulate Bitcoin, no doubt in my mind. You could arguably discuss that this parabola hasn't been broken yet, but once we go sideways and lose this big, massive momentum, once this happens in the next coming weeks, you could arguably discuss that it's going to be a great time to start accumulating some different, altcoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I FOMO'd into buying some spot Bitcoin today. I'm thinking, I didn't buy at I didn't buy this, last week when we were dropping here to 18.8 range. We had the pump. I FOMO'd in this pump, but this is not FOMOing in. Basically, we are at extreme low levels from all-time high. All of this range, I've been dollar cost averaging, at this 20K range, slightly below 20K, above 20K. So I just FOMO'd in a little bit here. Bought 0.7 Bitcoin just this morning after the pump. FOMO'd in to my hodling position. Joseph, Scotty, thanks moderators for joining the live stream. You guys are amazing. What's going on with the like button, guys? Come on, destroy that like button for the content here, looking at different markets, DXY, Bitcoin, taking a look at the scenarios. I mean, this is the scenario. This is what you want to see live, right? The opportunities, the potential opportunities, good risk management. I know a lot of people, might think this is crazy. I cannot short here. We are in a massive big uptrend. We are creating higher lows. This is the thing. You need to risk something. If you do see that exhaustion, if you do see the wicks, I do see these lows being claimed and start taking profits here once we start hitting the lows here at 20.4, 20.3 potentially. This is the thing. I'm not shorting, says Bertz. This is only a scalp day trade, right? I'm looking for scalp day trades. It's like yesterday, I was long in here, the retracement. Okay, you guys remember yesterday's live stream, we did have insane opportunities on Bitcoin. Right over here on these pumps, guys. If you haven't checked out yesterday's live stream, check it out, because at the beginning of the stream, we talked about, this major structure. This was a long trade that I did take yesterday. Insane. It was a short move, but I did use pretty high leverage, and it was level to level. Absolutely beautiful. Successful breakout with volume. Check out yesterday's live stream. We did have that educational content from the first 10 to 20 minutes. Then you can skip the live stream, because basically we just go through the comp section, but talking about, the technical analysis, very, very technical, level to level trading. We also talked about this harmonic pattern, the bullish, Gartley pattern. This being an insane entry here to at least hit the 618 from this drop. It was absolutely crazy. I did not take this trade. I FOMO'd longed here a little bit, because I knew, it was likely that we were maybe going to have some more pumpy action. Very small profits on this movement to the upside. But the ideal long would have been there at this level, hitting that 7-8 Fibonacci retracement. This was a perfect one-to-one bullish Gartley pattern. Anyway, you need to check out all of that educational content also, so you can get prepared for the near future, for those patterns. Hello Andy, please share your thoughts on DOT, says Mobile Buzz. Absolutely, Andy is already in a short. If he gets stopped out, will re-enter. That is right, Scotty. That is very right. Only reason I'm in a short, like I said, we are hitting a big level of resistance. You can see it here on the 4 hourly. We could have some more wicks to the upside, but I will be ready to jump into another one. There's nothing better to be in a free trade right there. What is good to protect your position here, right there, just in case you do get a wick to the upside, okay? And you might have a crazy pump. You might have a little bit of a pump and a little bit of a quick reaction here, looking at the 1 minute, 5 minute chart. If that does happen with very low volume, we need to be very active here in this situation, because I will jump into a trade live if I, depending if it finishes before 12:30. I'm going to be another half an hour here. Let's see if it pumps. We might have a crazy pump. If it stopped out, it doesn't matter. I've protected position. I've got good risk management. If it pumps on the 5 minute and starts wicking here, and we do have very low volume, I'm very likely going to re-enter here quickly at the 618, looking for that lower high. We do have crazy bearish divergence looking at the volume and the price action on, as you can see here. Does this mean there's 100% chance that we are going to do this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You could have a big massive pump right now with a huge amount of volume, and that will be the end of that. We'll be trying to look for some other scenarios. So yeah, doesn't matter being wrong as long as you know how to have good risk management, guys. This is the thing. A lot of people saying you got wrecked, or this you got stopped out, and the rest of it. If you have good risk management and high probability trades, you will be fine at the end of the month. And this is you need to understand this, guys. It's coming down, says Vortex SFX. Let's see. I am shorting at the next wick, says buy low, sell high. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It is an exhaustion moment. You can see it here on the 3 minute. These are the levels you want to look for short. You do not want to short this. No. You want to start looking for shorts when you're doing this. And get at the highest point. Wait, if you correct from this, from this level like this, and you might think, I was waiting for another leg up to get into a short. I missed the short trade. It doesn't matter. You will get more opportunities, right? Racing Pixel, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the live stream. Garlic crab with butter, please. What are you guys talking about? Bearish divergence on the 1 hour RSI. Let's take a look at the bearish divergence on the RSI. I'm not a fan of the RSI, but it is fun for the community. We have bearish divergence on the RSI, meaning that we are creating on the 1 hourly RSI bearish divergence. Oh yeah, okay, I can see them right there. Very aggressive ones. Slightly lower highs right there and higher highs on the price action. Yeah, these bearish and bullish divergence are just not an indicator for me. I've seen so many bearish and bullish divergence, getting broken to the upside and creating a higher high. So it's not a very reliable indicator in my personal opinion. I've tried so many indicators. Ichimoku clouds and all of this, Bollinger Bands and MACD and all of that. There's such a very poor indicators. Very poor. They're worthless in my personal opinion. Let's take a look. Price action, volume, structure, exhaustion, swing failures. They're the ones. Why such a big pump? News. I think it was time we were creating a kind of a descending wedge scenario and broke structure. We had double bottom here also, possibility. If we do zoom out on the daily chart or the 3-day chart, for example, we can see, guys, we are holding by a thread the all-time high, basically. All-time high might hold. It might hold, guys. I know a lot of the people, I think most of the people, in general, okay, there is more percentage of people that saying that we are going to go to 12K. We are going to go to 10K potentially. I wouldn't be too sure. I mean, these levels on Bitcoin are just so nice to buy. I'm not saying that we could rally to 30K and then correct down and even lose the all-time high, the 18, 19K level successfully with a move down. It could happen. It can happen. But overall, we are holding the all-time high, and it could double bottom out here in the midterm, and we could see some bullish momentum. You know, just like what happened here back in 2019, extremely bearish. We had an insane rally here all the way up to 14K. Let's take a look. Are we pumping? Are we pumping? Is the price going to get exhausted here? Are we going to get one more wick to the upside? I'm going to potentially re-enter a quick market short here if it does happen. Hi Andy, I got burnt 5K, tried to short early. What is your entry for this short? Wow, Tahonaz, sorry to hear, my man. Thanks for the super chat. Like I said, I mean, my entry short here is waiting for the wick, okay? Tight stop loss. I was thinking to short this level, but we were still, you know, pretty bullish. This is a perfect wick for me to see that exhaustion. I actually entered this exhausted wick. Reason why, like I said, this is a huge resistance zone. You like it or not, this is a resistance level. We got big bounce here in July, big bounce here in the 20th of August. As you can see right there, okay, August, looking at the 4 hourly. It's a big, major weekly and daily level, meaning that we have weekly close and open, daily close and open also at that level. As you can see, big, massive doji kind of candle right there. Close and open at this range. We're just hitting the level, getting the reaction, just getting some wicks above it. I think it could get heavily rejected. How can I successfully trade this without getting burnt? Tight stop losses. This is a clear sign for me. This is a nice wick to have a stop loss above it. And looking at least for, you know, the 20.4, 20.3K levels. If it does have one more leg up, I entered here just below 20, about 20.8 inside of the wick. Just a quick, you know, reaction here, knowing that we could have a 618 level or a break up. If we do correct all the way, if we do have that bounce to the 618, for me, it's going to be another good shorting level. Why is this a shorting range? For me, for these lows to be claimed and grab a bunch of liquidity before we consolidate and maybe continue back up. Because of the bearish divergence, guys, on the volume, okay, not on the RSI. For me, the buying power, volume is buying power basically. If the buying power is going lower while you're creating higher highs, bears can step in and stop the price at a certain level, weekly level, 20.8, 20.7. We know this is a big, strong range. And get that corrective move. It's just very likely to happen. So how can I have good risk management? Like being patient, getting at the highest level possible. Invalidation point can be the high of the wick here after this confirmation red volume. If you start, I mean, I would be surprised. You can get stopped out here and create another swing failure pattern and then have the correction. But this doesn't usually happen once you see this kind of confirmed wick, right? This is the one. This is the wick that you're looking for that lower high. Especially reading volume. I mean, let's take a look at the BTC USDT chart. I mean, yeah, you can see it here also. I mean, the bearish divergence on the volume, higher highs, lower highs on the volume. The buying pressure is getting exhausted. You have the swing failure right there on the 5 minute. Pump, then dump, getting those early shorters, right? And you could still be an early shorter at this level. It's all probabilities, guys. It's only probabilities, you know. This is the thing. Make sure to just risk a small amount, because there is a possibility in this just doing that. Bang. Breaking out, going to 21, 21.2, 21.3 in the next coming hours. It can happen, as long as you know and that you are looking for a potential corrective move. There is, you know, risk to reward is at least a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 trade. Then you're good. You will catch some other trades. Exactly last week, like I showed you right here, very, very similar scenario. I wouldn't say it's the same, but the short that I did take on the 2nd of September, it was an insane risk to reward. Check out the explanation why on the 2nd of September live stream, guys, if you are interested and looking at this kind of exhaustion. Same thing. You were creating higher highs with lower highs on the momentum volume, and we were hitting a big value area high. The risk to reward here on this trade, I was entering at the 618 level from this drop, looking for that lower high, knowing that this is an exhaustion movement. And the risk to reward, guys, was absolutely crazy. I mean, it was a short position from there. On the 2nd of September, I actually took all of my profits down here because the movement was so fast. The risk to reward stop loss above the wick here. Okay, so just imagine, I mean, the risk to reward here was at least a 6-to-1, as you can see on the chart, risking this amount to gain all of this. So I made 6 times, 7 times my stop loss. Yeah, absolutely crazy. It was a very good short, that was. So just imagine if I get stopped out 3-4 times at this moment. I don't usually get stopped out, you know, 3-4 consecutive times. It's very rarely. So this is why we are looking for those high risk to reward trades. Now at this moment, we're hitting resistance. We want to risk a little bit, and we want to have tight stop losses above this wick scenario. Let me just quickly go here back to the Bybit chart, and I'm going to go through the comment section, guys. We can take a look at some altcoins while we are, you know, talking about this potential trade. There we go. Just a quick entry form for me to hit the like button. Mark Dutch, thank you for joining the live stream here, even though if it's just for a quick one. Destroy the like button, guys, on your way in. If you are a new subscriber or a new here to the channel, make sure to subscribe. We do daily live streams, analysis, taking a look at some altcoins, good trading scenarios. I had Joseph here saying about ADA. Super chat, amigo. I got a super chat here. Oh yeah, I've just taken a look. Yeah, I've explained my short entry right here on Bybit. I've protected. If we do get another wick up, I do believe so, that it will be a lower high scenario, and you know the correction will come. Stopped out at break even, doesn't matter. We could see another wick here to the upside, and if you have a quick consolidation or a quick movement, you will have time to get into another short. Even better, I'll probably get a better entry and a tighter stop loss, right? So if I entered a short here at this wick and I get stopped out right now, we have this movement to the upside, or depending, we're going to look at the very low time frames and the volume. If there's no volume and there's divergence, no volume on the pump, it's going to even be a better entry. You're going to have a tighter stop loss. Enter here, stop loss above the wick. That is our invalidation point. Yeah. I mean, not much I can add on there, guys. Let's take a look at which YouTuber are you gonna fight next month? Can we know? It will be fun. Just imagine me and Crypto Rover, like, you know, what is this? Jake Paul and all of these. Imagine, you know, getting into a ring with some other crypto influencers. It would be absolutely crazy. Who do you think I should fight in a ring? Hey, I've been going to CrossFit. I have got my muscles there. What YouTuber should I fight? And we can make a crypto influencer fight in the ring, boxing. I am going to get into a group, WhatsApp group. I'm in one with some influencers. We're going to create a fight. Antonio Della says, Andy, don't you think we will retrace? We will not retrace if SPX will soon opening and continuing its uptrend to reach the resistance. Very, very possible also. I mean, we could still continue this pumpy action on the S&P 500. I'm actually thinking that we could hit higher. We could hit higher. I think there was yeah, this one right there is a harmonic pattern here. I think it's a crab pattern. Oh, it needs a little bit more of the D point. But it's hitting the 2.618. Look how Fibonacci levels from this high point to this higher low, right? Hitting the 618 range. You are hitting the 2.618. You got the golden ratio right there and the 2618. Hitting, I mean, that was an insane short. I missed out big time on this short position. Missed out big time on this short position. I can't believe it. I was looking for shorts on S&P 500, but I was focused on Bitcoin and some other altcoins. This is the thing. You cannot trade 10 different markets. If you want to do proper analysis, you just cannot do it. I mean, I'm focused fully on Bitcoin mainly. You just need one market to make some, you know, pretty decent gains. If you start trading a bunch of different other markets, yeah, it's just too much. You only need one market to make some pretty decent gains at the end of the month. And I choose Bitcoin most of the times. But you can see, I mean, there was massive confluence right there on the S&P 500 just a couple of weeks ago at the $4,300. We started breaking this uptrend structure. And this is looking at the 4-hourly. High lows, starting to break it, going sideways. You are hitting lower high resistance. You are hitting the Fibonacci expansion here. You also formed a harmonic pattern right over here. Very hard to detect. But you are hitting the 2.618 expansion from this high middle bit, from the retracement, from the lower high, higher low, sorry, at this range. You are hitting to perfection that 2.618. This is adding confluence, massive Fibonacci level at this $4,300 range, 4,300 points. Sorry, I don't know why I did not short that. Seriously, because I do take a look at the S&P sometimes, but I was just distracted very much with Bitcoin. Right, we're having some pumpy action here on Bitcoin. Let's see, we're having low volume, stopped out. Let's see how, I'm probably going to re-enter this trade, guys. We'll risk 1%. Volume is low, which we're having that last wick here to the upside. Let's see Fibonacci levels. Extreme low volume, 50%, 618. I'm entering the short again, entering short with a tight stop loss. Market execution. Let's get our stop loss sorted here. Stop loss at 21.4. Let's do a live trade here. We are pumping with a low volume. 50%. 0.5. Let's short. Let's do it. There we go. We're in. We're in. Small, very small. Only $270. 0.5. We're in. I think the correction can happen at this level. Small position, less than 1% here for the live stream. Let's see. Let's see. Will it get stopped out? Stop loss is just above this wick. We can pump a little bit. I might add to the position if we pump and get a small reaction here at the 20.8. Let's see, guys. Let's see. This is going to be very interesting to see. Volume is going lower. No short. Are we going to extremely pump here again? Are we going to have a blast off from this range? I would be surprised. Can it happen? Absolutely can. You do not need to short. I'm the one shorting here. I'm the one shorting. This is the thing. So crazy, the comment section. Comment section. BTC pump, BTC dominance, BTC pump. Yeah. Crypto says buy low, sell high. And Chandy. Call the moon. I got some people here and say I should fight Crypto in a boxing ring. Chico Crypto. Crypto Chico. Chico Crypto. The moon. Carl from the moon. Natalie says John Edge. Get into a ring with Natalie. No, it has to be male for sure. Bitboy Crypto says Pac-Man. Yeah, absolutely. Just joined. Bullish outside candles on the SPX, Nasdaq dailies off their respective 618 fibs. Gave a good heads up for potential bullish continuation for the overall market. Very, very possible, guys. Very, very possible. Yeah, we're having the opening here in just a couple of hours on the traditional markets. So, yeah, let's see. I mean, DXY has had a pretty intense correction between yesterday and today, breaking a major support level. You know, I would like to see lower level. We still had a large consolidation range. I would like to see a little bit of lower levels. If we do go to lower levels, you know, by the end of today, it's going to be looking extremely bullish for Bitcoin. If we do have that leg up, we are potentially likely going to create a low high on the DXY here. Yep. Are we going to see some more bullish momentum? Oh, we're having the price action to the upside. We are just about hitting 618 at this moment. If you want a really tight stop loss, this is the moment to jump in. You know, this is the thing. Invalidation point, easy, tight stop loss right there. You have a high probability exactly at this level that you are potentially going to get rejected and lose the lows here for a liquidity grab and a correction before you continue up. You have bearish divergence on the volume. I would be surprised if we wicked above this high over here at 21k and then get the rejection. It can also happen. It's all about the timing as well. Let's see, guys. Long time since Andy, for a scalp, what are you looking when you make your decision to enter into a wick? For a scalp position, well, volume is very important. Kind of a swing failure pattern also. Divergence on volume is very important. Knowing that you are hitting a major resistance zone, knowing that you are getting a consolidation. So levels that I want to short or long is after a reaction. Waiting for a reaction. I know that this is a strong resistance. Of course it can get broken, and we could see Bitcoin going parabolic after, in the next coming hours. It could happen, guys. We've seen it before. But moments I like to, for example, right there, we are having a small reaction at this moment on Bitcoin at this resistance zone. It's a big resistance level, okay? You like it or not. It is a resistance. We are getting a reaction. We are hitting, is it 618 from this high over here? 61865 range. We're slightly above the level. Could get also 618 consolidation right there from these highs. So it's a resistance zone. We're adding confluence right there. Big level has been respected on the chart. It is getting a reaction. We just need to be ready to jump in. How can I be ready to jump in? Seeing the divergence. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart. Zoom in a little bit. I mean, it's a great, for me, it's a great level. Just because your stop loss can be so nice and tight. If I get stopped out from here, I don't mind. Losing money is part of the game, but I do see a risk to reward here, a 3 to 1 risk to reward, even slightly more. So that is the moment. If you get stopped out, it doesn't matter. More opportunities, but the possibility here, and in creating a kind of a head and shoulder scenario, it is possible. It is very, very possible. Reason why the price action is also going sideways. This is the thing. Whoop, 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 whoop. We're having the bullish moment. A little bit of a spike here to the upside. Volume is still low. I mean, volume can happen right now also. It can happen. But the exhaustion is there. The exhaustion is there. You want to see this kind of neckline being broken right there, creating a lower high right there. And, that is, I've seen it. You see it so many times. But there is power, we could see some FOMO moment now on Bitcoin and getting a massive, huge pumpy action still. Are people going to FOMO into Bitcoin? I FOMO'd spot trading today. I bought 0.7 Bitcoin just before the live stream and doing some analysis. I FOMO'd into this pump. I'm like, wow, what happened? What happened early this morning? We started breaking downtrend structure, lower highs. I'm thinking, I'm FOMOing buying here. I'm FOMOing because I know your FOMO can be absolutely crazy also. We could see massive, massive pumpy action in just a matter of days, guys. FOMO is very, very real also, apart from panic selling. So let's see. Oh, it's looking quite powerful. Damn, it's breaking 618. Volume is still very low. Don't tell me we're going to get a wick here above this range and come down, because I will be furious here in the live stream. I will be furious. No, only joking. I won't be, because it's a small position. Let's take a look. DXY is going to dump, says Nos BK, sorry. DXY is going to put a dump. DXY has lost a little bit of momentum here on this, a little bit of momentum it has lost, and it's breaking a strong support level right there, getting this choppy action, kind of an ascending wedge scenario. We got the drop on the DXY. I think lower. If we do start closing, we continue dropping here on the DXY. By the end of the day, I think, next week we could see a little bit of bullishness, but there is a high possibility in creating a lower high here on the DXY. Let's see. We've broken a big support level. This support from the highs in July and also in August, retested several times, needed to hold to get that bullish momentum before having a corrective move. had a very choppy bullish momentum with this ascending wedge, and then finally broke down. So we could actually go to lower levels on the DXY. Let me go through the comment section right away. Bitcoin saw Andy do short, Bitcoin do long. It's not, yeah, it stopped out. I mean, that's why you got your stop losses. It doesn't matter. I'm not right 100% of the times. So this is why we do have stop losses. Ethereum looks bearish, hitting massive resistance levels. Let's take a look at Ethereum. We got the $1,700 range being very, very strong resistance. Let's take a look at Ethereum right away. Must have it over here. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Just came back from Mallorca, beautiful paradise, says Frantisek. Yes, I live in Mallorca. It's absolutely beautiful here. This is the thing for Ethereum. We are at a huge resistance zone. We broke this resistance here of 1,700 right over here in August, but there was massive bullish exhaustion here with this ascending wedge. So this is why, you know, when you break out from a massive bearish pattern here, you need to be very, very aware. You know, especially if you lose it, it's going to be big resistance, like what happened here. Now it is very, very strong resistance, 1,700, but we are seeing some bullishness on Bitcoin, on the stock market, DXY dumping. Oh ho 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 ho. I mean, volume is going down, you know, volume is going down. I want to check out how we wick at this level. I mean, if we wick above this range, I want to see the volume. I want to see how we react at the range. Volume is going lower and lower on the pump. You know, bears will likely step in at some point. 21.1k. is going to be reached, maybe, potentially. Why not go long, man, on a tight stop? Where would you be your tight stop on a long position? I mean, what happens here when you are creating this kind of exhaustion? Where are you going to take profit? At the highs? Once you break the highs? Where is your target? Because, I mean, we are in an uptrend and, you know, we don't really want to fight uptrends. You know, the reason why I'm shorting here is because of the resistance level at 20.8. This is still not a successful breakout. Volume is going low, you know. There is exhaustion right there. There is exhaustion. But where would you put your stop loss? A tight stop loss, you know, above the last higher low, maybe you would have entered this retracement. Yeah, potentially on the higher lows. I mean, for a tight stop loss, if you want to go with this, you know, aggressive uptrend that we've created here the last few hours, you know, you could get your tight stop loss below the last higher low. So you've got an entry point here, stop loss, entry point right there, tight stop loss here below this higher low. Also, it all depends. It all depends on how you want to trade it. I mean, in an uptrend, you got shorting opportunities and longing opportunities. Andy, short Bitcoin long. I longed 18.5 and I'm pissed because I exited too early, says Max. Absolutely. It happens. It happens. I did enter some longs here, but they were only scalping scenarios on, I explained on yesterday's live stream. There were some insane long positions here, but they're scalping positions, you know. I longed, where was it? About here. I longed around about this range of at 19k, 19,040. I explained this on yesterday's live stream. These are only scalps. I was only looking level to level. You might think, why didn't you leave this long open? Look at the insane gains you would have made here. Instead of this small gain that I made. Yeah, I mean, because it was only range trading. This was range trading, trading this small uptrend. Level to level trading. Don't forget, you always double tap, says C7. I expect back to 19k again. Maybe not. Yeah, 19k, maybe. I am expecting a correction, of course. But stay cautious, guys. If you are trading, you know, this uptrend, make sure to have tight stop losses. Make sure to get into consolidation levels where you are getting a reaction. You are potentially getting bullish exhaustion right here. You know, you can get burnt many times if you're trying to catch a short on a big major uptrend. It could pump and pump and pump like crazy. This is why it's so important to have tight stop losses, guys. You know, my stop loss is not even 0.5% of my capital. This is the only way I can build my capital, you know, trying to make 5-10% every single month. If you're trying to make 10% gains of your capital in one day, yeah, you are going to get burnt pretty fast. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing, tight stop loss. If you're entering here at the 618 from this pump, if you don't have a tight stop loss, you might do this. You might have an explosive pump, then get liquidated, and you risked too much. You just risked too much from this potential short. I FOMO'd spot at 19.4k 5 minutes before pump, says Mike. Absolutely phenomenal. Strong resistance at 21k. Strong resistance at 21k. Yeah, this whole range looks strong resistance. Looking at VPVR, we do start seeing, you know, VPVR starting here pretty strongly. 21.4k is even a stronger resistance. We got a monthly level. That would be another level I would consider to short potentially. If it adds pumpy action with low volume at that range. It's a monthly level. We got a monthly close and open at that range, okay, from August and July and August. Let me just confirm that 1 second. And we have the point of control also right there. We have a big spike on the point of control from the volume traded in between the 19th of August till the 26th. If we go to the monthly chart, it's a big monthly level. What happened to this monthly? Why do I have this monthly here? It's pumping! Oh my goodness. Don't tell me it's pumping with a low volume if we get rejected here. Alright, no, we're probably gonna blast off. It's blasting off. Oh, I will be so mad if we reject here. Stopped out, guys. Part of the game. This is part of the game. You cannot get liquidated. You get stopped out, not liquidated. Strong resistance at 21k. We are hitting. Volume is going up at the moment. And now we start. Time to dollar cost average shorting, says trending videos. Dollar cost average short for a potential swing trade. Very possible. But we do have this scenario, guys, of a huge double bottom. Okay, it is very possible that we could be double bottoming out here. Looking at Bitcoin on the daily chart, 4 hourly. You know, who knows? We look kind of broken here. This descending wedge scenario, as you can see on the chart. Okay, looking at the daily right there. I mean, it looks pretty intense. We're breaking the lower high structure here. Price action to the upside can continue. If we do retrace with low volume to hit resistance levels turning into support, I will be consider longing. Don't tell me now we're going to get that rejection. I hope we pump like crazy right now, because this is the thing. If you're looking for shorts, you want to have a tight stop loss. Get stopped out. If it does correct from this moment, yeah, it won't be the same scenario as what happened on the second. Okay, on the second, this was an insane shorting opportunity, an insane short that I did take. That exhaustion finally played out, hitting the 618 from the exhaustion and the bearish divergence, hitting a big resistance zone, big consolidation zone, as you can see here on the chart. This one played out absolutely to perfection. This one, at this moment, it did not. It seems like there's a lot of FOMO. There's a lot of FOMO on Bitcoin right now. This is what I want to see when you get stopped out. I want to see the price pumping. Come on, let's go. Pump, pump, pump. Go to higher levels. I want 30k BTC. No, let's get the rejection, says Infano. BTC is following the S&P 500 futures, the S&P futures. That's why it's pumping right now. Yeah, S&P is looking bullish, and I do think that higher levels is very, very possible. I think 4,100 points is likely. If we do start hitting that level and start getting a reaction, it's going to be a pretty nice shorting opportunity for me, in my personal opinion. It's just like on the S&P 500. If we do zoom out on the 12-hourly chart, we can see how, S&P 500 was hitting a big value area high here. We were hitting the resistance lower highs created, from January, March. A lot of confluence for a short right there. And if we do zoom in right now on the S&P, we do have insane volume. All right, from the last volume trade of the last few months, we got big resistance zone here at 4,100. Big spike on the VPVR. I'll be aiming for 618 Fibonacci retracements from this high to the lows. If we start reacting at that level, okay, on this pump, we do see a big consolidation right there. As you can see, we pumped, we came straight back down. I think, that's a big major level here, the 4,100, 4,150. If we do reach that level today, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, let's see how, I'm going to be waiting for that potential short on PrimeXBT is where I'm going to short it. I've been a couple of weeks now without trading on PrimeXBT. I'm going to start again with the trading. Not FOMO manipulation, says Banana Central. PrimeXBT is my favorite platform to trade S&P 500. You can trade Dow Jones, oil, natural gas, Forex, using crypto as collateral. You can sign up with an email and a password in less than 2 minutes. You get 7% added to your deposit down below. Okay, guys, if you are interested, you get 7% added to your deposit, which is absolutely phenomenal. You deposit $10,000, you're getting $700. You deposit $100,000, you're getting $7,000 for buying power. Okay, you cannot withdraw the bonus. You use it for buying power. You can withdraw the bonus. You can withdraw the profit. Sorry, from the bonus. Okay, what is going on? Are we pumping like crazy? Are we continuing up? Yes. We're pumping. Volume is. We had a spike in volume. Are we going to much higher levels? I bought Bitcoin today at 20,600. I FOMO'd in for spot for accumulation. I didn't accumulate much the last few weeks. Wasn't much of accumulation. Was buying every single week, but small amounts. I did buy 0.7, almost 1 Bitcoin today, because I thought, right, I FOMO'd into the pump. And Andy, just one last question. I got a short open at 19,900 level some days ago. No stop loss. What should I do? Wait, it's a 2x leverage position. 2x, very, very small leverage. Question is, what if Bitcoin can start rallying in the next coming weeks, guys? We've broken a major downtrend structure. People are over bearish. We can see here, I've got the poll. We got almost 1,000 votes. Is the Bitcoin bottom in according to the Pi cycle indicator? According to the Pi cycle indicator, it is in. But I was asking basically, is the bottom in? And 54% of people saying no. 46% of people saying yes. So it's a kind of almost a 50-50. A lot of confusion in the market. Almost 1,000 votes. Broke 400 likes, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. We can get to 500 likes in the next coming minutes. Remember, have good risk management. If you get stopped out, it doesn't matter. It is part of the game. You want good risk management. I can get stopped out 10 times and have 2 trades, and I can cover my stop losses. This is the way you want to trade. Just like the trade that I showed you from the 2nd of September. This was traded live on the live stream on the 2nd of September. Getting into this exact high point to the lows. Having a really good risk to reward here. It was, 6 to 1, 7 to 1 ratio here from risk to reward. So absolutely phenomenal. This is the kind of trade scenarios that we're looking for. And people might say, I do have some guys that saying, but when I have a tight stop loss, I always get stopped out. And this is the thing. It doesn't matter. Even better, if you do get stopped out 2-3 times and then enter a massive big trade where you're getting a 6-7 to 1 risk to reward, it doesn't matter, right? That stop loss. What is very bad that I can see here is Antonio, saying that I'm in a short position from 19.9k level. So your short is all the way here. 19.9k. I mean, this is the thing. When you are pumping like crazy, I want to short at a reaction. Not when we're pumping like crazy. We're seeing some volume coming in. We're not stopping. I want to see a stop for a potential short. Yeah. I mean, stay cautious. We're starting to break structure here. We're starting to break lower highs. Look at this. I mean, this is looking at August. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low. We're starting to break the lower highs. The possibility here of Bitcoin continuing to the upside is high, okay? It is very, very high at this moment. Once we start having that price action above the last lower highs, stay extremely cautious. I remember this scenario exactly, guys. A similar scenario from 2019. I was living this live, all right, when we were entering, the summer of 2019 it was. You just go quickly to the daily chart and zoom out. Oh my goodness, we haven't got it here. Let me just zoom out and go to 2019 and the bearishness that there was at this time. For goodness sake, what am I doing? Losing control here. I just want to zoom back here to 2019. And just show you in the bear market, inside the bear market, we only had from the all-time high 2017 December, it was about 1 year to the lows. We're almost trading 1 year right now. In November, it's going to be exactly 1 year. Okay, so it's 1 year of a downtrend from the all-time highs, November of 2021. We're just 2 months away to November of 2022. We bottomed out there, and a lot of people were in denial with this pump right over here, with this kind of pump that we did have in March, just before the summer of 2019. Then it went absolutely crazy. Now, this doesn't mean that we're going to go to all-time high. So this is the thing. We could pump to 30k level, but by next year and part of 2024, come back down and have a little bit of bearish momentum before a large consolidation. I mean, it could happen. Bitcoin could go to 30K. Why not? At this moment, we do know that the possibility of a double bottom to play out and go to higher levels is just like we've broken this downtrend structure. We cannot ignore this, guys. We cannot ignore this downtrend structure scenario that has been broken. It's like this uptrend structure, right? When you create an uptrend structure right there with higher lows, right? You have an uptrend structure. Of course, you are in a downtrend, so the probabilities in going lower is very, very high. But yeah, once you break the downtrend structure, you're going lower likely. So we've broken lower high downtrend structure here. It's likely that we are maybe going to create higher lows and continue up, maybe to retest the neckline at 25K level here, the highs from August. Yeah, we have a high probability with this scenario. Let me go through the comment section, check out here what is going on. We're getting above a major weekly level. I mean, it's looking pretty crazy. Our biggest resistance zone for me at this moment is exactly at 21.4. Why 21.4? We do have the point of control right there from the volume traded in between the 19th of August till the 27th. So right there, big resistance zone. Depending on how we consolidate at that level, we've got a few daily levels. I will be looking for a potential short, all depending on how we react at the level. Let me take a look at the 1 hourly chart here, zoom in. Are we going to swing failure this level? Don't tell me we're going to start correcting from this range, because I will be furious. I mean, there is volume divergence still. 4 days and we drop again big time, says Trend Videos. Maybe. I added to my spot portfolio. I FOMO'd in here at 20,600 just this morning before the live stream. Racing Pixel, thanks for the insane support. Scotty, thank you. Joseph, guys, you're insane. At least 25K it will go by this week, says Believe It or Leave It. At least we're going to 25K. Maybe, I mean, there is a high possibility. When we take a look at this structure and this double bottom scenario, why not retest this neckline for the double bottom? Maybe we are going to fail it. But after breaking this downtrend structure and having this aggressive pump that we've had today, I mean, the possibilities in going up there, it is very, very high. Let me just check out VPVR here. From the volume traded the last couple of months on Bybit. I just want to take a look at volume profile. I mean, this 21.5 is the point of control. There could be a corrective move from this 21.5. We've got large consolidation there. Resistance. Consolidation here. It is a big zone. We've got point of control from the volume trade the last 2 months. I would stay cautious. If we do start reacting, I mean, there is a potential shorting level right there. Volume is not insanely high. I will consider shorting for a corrective move to our next support level. Next big move will be a new low. I have here Gary. It will retest and may go for a correction. Very possible. Guys, thanks for joining the live stream. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Remember, you got insane bonuses down below on Bybit. You do get up to $4,450, $4,550 right now. They did add $100 for the bonus, $4,550. 0% maker fee for 30 days. All your maker orders have 0% fee for 30 days once you sign up in the link in the description. Bybit is my favorite trading platform for crypto. Prime XBT, you get 7% added to your deposit. You deposit $10,000, you're getting 700, so you have more buying power. Check it out, guys. I've got both tutorials down below in the description if you are interested. These are the trading platforms that I use almost every single day. So nice stream, Squash. Thank you very much. It was fun. We could not win them all. I did get stopped out live here on the live stream. This is very important, guys. Give that transparency and in showing the trades, showing the risk management on that trade. Okay, it's super important, guys. Whoever has a 100% win rate, let me know, guys, because I will follow him. No one has, but if you do have a 60-70% win rate and you have good risk management, you can make some huge gains at the end of the month, guys. And this channel is all about that. Okay, so like I said, showing you trades from the 2nd of September, showing you the trade scenarios from yesterday's price action, insane trade scenarios inside of this level shown on yesterday's live stream. You can check it out. The first 10 to 20 minutes is the educational content, and check it out. This is why we look for that exhaustion, look for that major resistance zone. It did not happen. Got stopped out. This was a very, very small position. It was good risk management. Overall, we are still having pumpy action. No signs of exhaustion after this breakout. Okay, we are closing here the 50-minute above the resistance. Is it time to get rejected? In my personal opinion, potentially no, not yet. We could still see a little bit more pumpy action. Guys, stay safe. I'm going to try and do another live stream afterwards. Let's see if we do see some more volatility. Over 800 people watching, over 1,000 votes. I got, is the bottom in for the according to the Pi cycle bottom indicator? 54% of people say no. 46 say yes. It is almost a 50-50, guys. It is almost a 50-50. Entered a short and stopped out in seconds. Well, I got stopped out. I'm going to wait for the next major levels, okay, of resistance. The 21.4K level is a huge resistance zone. We could correct at that level. Am I going to enter a short? I do not know. I want to see the price action, okay, at that level. Why is it a strong resistance? Basically, if we do take a look at the 4-hourly chart, we did have a large consolidation here in August. We got the point of control, meaning most of the volume has been traded at that zone in between June, July, August, and September. Part of September is a big level. You cannot ignore this major level. We could get a reaction. If we do start getting a reaction, I will potentially look for a shorting opportunity. What happens if we do pump like crazy, hit it, and then after a couple of hours still continue up? I do not want to short it. I am not shorting an aggressive pump till I see a reaction. This is why in between, yesterday and today, I did not short here. This was very early this morning. I wouldn't be looking for shorts here. Only at a certain resistance zone once we get a consolidation and signs of potential exhaustion. If we do not have the correction, I'm going to have a tight stop loss here. It's a tight stop loss. I'm looking at least for a 3-4 to 1 risk to reward trade. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, guys. Stop losses, good risk management. Thank you, guys, for the insane support. Andy, sorry I caused that pump, says Bob. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. Good risk management, guys. It doesn't matter. We can get stopped out many times. It is part of the game. Thank you for joining the live stream. Check out Bitcoinsensus website for the latest news, technical analysis ideas. We do have that free information down below. Join our socials, Telegram, Twitter account. We got it down below. Also the Discord. A lot of people there talking about different setups. Thank you guys for joining, and I will see you in the next one.